Nobody is talking about the Parity Act. And that's the problem. Because this is not about price. This is about how crypto actually works. Good morning, Black America. Grand Rising, beloved. I'm Crypto Stock Marcus, and I'm here to turn digital sense into generational sense. The Parity Act tells you where we are. Not because it's loud, because it's quiet. The Clarity Act is everywhere, and that's the headline bill. That's what people connect to price. That's what people connect to institutions. But sitting right next to that, there's another conversation. How crypto gets treated when you use it. That's the parity conversation. This didn't come from nowhere. A bipartisan discussion draft dropped December 2025. That's policy direction, not social media noise. Now check this. Attention and understanding are not the same thing. Social media compresses everything, turns it into quick takes, and people run with half the story. That's what happened here. Because this is not just good for crypto. This is about usage, transactions, payments, real world movement. Parity is not about price. It's about how crypto behaves. Clarity defines crypto for the system. Parity defines how the system treats you. Here's the part people overlook. Clarity is getting all the attention because it's easier to understand. It defines crypto. Now that matters because once something is defined, big money knows how to touch it. That's why institutions are watching clarity. Legal certainty changes behavior. It tells companies where they can move. But defining something is not the same as making it work. That's where things go wrong. You can define crypto perfectly and still not fix how it's used. That's the gap. That's why parity matters. Clarity is structure. Parity is behavior. Clarity tells the system what crypto is. Parity decides how crypto works in real life. If you stop at clarity, you stop halfway through the system. Now let's take this one step further. The market already reacted. The Clarity Act is not finalized, but direction became visible, and that was enough. Here's what happened. Money does not wait for confirmation, it moves on expectation. When draft language leaked around stablecoin rewards tightening, the market recalculated fast. Companies tied to that model felt pressure because when structure changes, revenue changes, and that's business. A lot of times people treat policy as distant, like it happens later, but money reacts early. If directions threatens a model, the market reprices immediately. The market does not wait for laws. It moves when direction becomes visible. If a leak moves price, that means structure is already shifting. Now watch this closely. Stablecoins sit at the center of this. Reserves, custody, yield, payments. When regulation touches that, it touches the business model. That's why reactions happen fast, because the market is forward looking. It cares about what's next, not what is. Here's the part people overlook. Clarity is not just definition, it's control. The moment something gets defined, the system decides who operates, who holds assets, who gets access, who gets paid. That's the structure, and structure always benefits someone faster. I'm not saying good or bad, but it's not neutral. Now, let's bring this together. Clarity brings institutions in, but parity decides if you can actually use crypto, because right now, crypto is called currency. But try using it. That's where things break. You make a simple purchase, now you're tracking and calculating, thinking about taxes, and that's not how money behaves. Real money is simple. You spend it and move on. Crypto doesn't move like that yet because it's treated like property. Every transaction becomes a taxable event. That's friction, and friction slows usage. You cannot have currency behavior while treating it like property. If using crypto creates friction, people will hesitate to use it. That's where parity comes in. Fix the treatment and you fix usage. Not overnight, but direction matters. Because when lawmakers write language, they show you what they're trying to fix. That's the signal. Clarity defines the system. Parity completes it. I'm Crypto Stock Marcus, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.